Hi, my name is Nashon Ego, and we'll be looking at the impact of social media on COVID-19 vaccination. This is my audience. We have my wife, Lillian.
Hello, my name is Lillian, and I'm Nashon's wife. These are our kids. This is Zoe and Kenneth.
Hi, like I earlier said, we'll be looking at the impact of social media on COVID-19 vaccination. There are three aspects that we'll be looking at in terms of we're looking at the history of vaccines, and we have to also look at the positive impact of social media on COVID-19 vaccines. And we also look at some controversy that came up in terms of the negative side of social media, what it portrays regarding COVID-19, and we'll also look at some sources that helps to give support to the presentation regarding the authenticity of COVID-19 in terms of the research that have been carried out regarding vaccines. And lastly, we'll also look at what social media actually portrays, what it portrays in terms of how wide or viral information can go through the use of social media. The first one we look at COVID-19 vaccines has been something that's been existing since the 17th century, and it has saved thousands of lives. If you look at there are different vaccines that have come out, like we have the polio vaccines, we have hepatitis B, we have other vaccines that we take like every year in terms of like flu vaccines that help to prevent the immune systems from being attacked by certain viruses. We also need to look at the advance of technology in terms of we live in the 21st century where technology there's a lot of advancement in technology where a lot of things, data can be analyzed in terms of vaccine production and other things. So according to Afremi and L in 2021, more than 94 to 95% of the success rate of COVID-19 was addressed through the use of vaccines, which shows an important role that vaccine plays in addressing COVID-19. Social media also plays a very rich role. When you think of social media, what actually comes to your mind? Like myself, I look at social media in a place where I go to gain information, that I can know what's happening around the globe, especially in the United States and the rest of the world. So I spend a lot of time. I know it's a powerful tool based on wherever you're searching, whatever information that you're searching, I can go to the social media and actually know what is happening there. So during COVID-19, a lot happens during the spread of the vaccines through the use of social media. Most non-governmental agencies and also other media houses use the social media to actually spread information regarding the awareness of vaccines, how vaccines has saved a lot of lives in certain countries, how people are trying to adjust in terms of taking more vaccines for them to be able to avoid COVID-19. Since when COVID-19 started in 2020, there's a lot of confusion in terms of what needs to be done, on how they need to address it, what people needs to be done. Social media also plays a very, very huge role in terms of for us to be able to address certain things faster, like social distancing and 6 feet in our workplace, in whatever area that we find ourselves. So, and what data that comes out in terms of the number of the reduction of hospitalization went fast to see how effective social distances can be able to do for us to be able to address COVID-19. We also have some other information regarding some sources, like in 2014, that helps to enhance the development of vaccine. Like protein in 2014 also helped us to make us understand how long vaccine has been developed in terms of it gives us the different stages of what needs to be done when in terms of vaccine development. We also shows a strong historical view when it comes to producing vaccines. So apart from all the positive things that social media did in terms of how wide we need to be aware of what we need to do regarding taking the vaccines and social distances and all those things, there was a lot of controversies regarding the vaccines. Some people highlighted on social media, some other group of people highlighted that there was a shorter period of time that the vaccine came out and were strongly advocating for people not to take the vaccines. So it has a lot of side effects, and if we look at the history of vaccines, the way COVID-19 vaccine came out, the duration of time is very, very short, which is something was it was a very strong message that went across social media. However, we have highlighted in this presentation, we have highlighted three things. Actually, we look at the vaccines and vaccines production, how long has vaccine has been, how it started since the 17th century. We've also looked at some sources that enhance the development of vaccines. We've also looked at the positive side of social media, how it influence in vaccine, in COVID-19, creating awareness. We also look at some negative connotation that happens during the social media regarding the duration of when the vaccine was produced to prevent people from also taking the vaccines. And lastly, what I want to say is, next time if we look at social media, each time we look at social media in terms of Facebook, Twitter, and other platforms, what should come to your mind? We should look at social media as a platform, as a tool that can actually influence our mind in terms of what information it can portray to save lives. Thank you.